In the world of basketball, there are legends, and then there are players who transcend the game, changing not just the sport, but the entire culture. LeBron James, from Akron, Ohio, is one of those players. From high school prodigy to NBA superstar, his journey is one of perseverance, dominance, and a relentless pursuit of greatness. Before LeBron James was a household name, he was known as the Chosen One, a high school phenom who was touted as the next great player before even stepping foot on an NBA court. But in the shadows of legends like Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant, the question always loomed: could LeBron truly live up to the impossible standards set by those who came before him? LeBron's rise to fame began long before the NBA. As a 17-year-old at St. Vincent St. Mary High School, LeBron James dominated the competition like few ever have. His combination of size, speed, and basketball IQ was unparalleled for someone so young. Averaging 31.6 points, 9.6 rebounds, and 4.6 assists per game in his junior year, he led his high school team to 3 state championships and became the most hyped prospect in the history of American basketball. By his senior year, LeBron's talents were undeniable. With every dunk, every pass, and every victory, the talk of the NBA draft grew louder. Scouts, analysts, and fans alike were all asking the same question: was he the next Michael Jordan? Was he destined to reshape the game in ways we had never seen before? In 2003, with immense pressure and expectations, LeBron James declared for the NBA draft. The Cleveland Cavaliers, struggling at the time, won the first overall pick, and they didn't hesitate. LeBron was theirs. LeBron James entered the NBA as a 19-year-old with the weight of the world on his shoulders. The comparisons to Michael Jordan were inevitable. After all, both had the same size, athleticism, and scoring prowess. But could LeBron live up to the greatest player the game had ever seen? LeBron's rookie season was nothing short of spectacular. He averaged 20.9 points, 5.5 assists, and 5.5 rebounds per game, earning Rookie of the Year honors. But despite his individual brilliance, the Cleveland Cavaliers failed to make any major noise in the playoffs during his early years. For years, LeBron carried the Cavaliers on his back, but the team was often plagued by a lack of talent around him. The comparisons to Michael Jordan grew louder, yet the criticism began to build: as well could LeBron win the ultimate prize? Could he lead his team to an NBA championship? In 2007, LeBron's Cavaliers made an unexpected run to the NBA Finals. But they were swept by the San Antonio Spurs. It was clear LeBron's individual brilliance wasn't enough to take down a team as seasoned and well-rounded as the Spurs. In 2010, after another heartbreaking playoff exit, LeBron made a decision that would change his career and the landscape of the NBA forever. During a televised special, The Decision, LeBron announced he was leaving Cleveland to join Dwyane Wade and Chris Bosh in Miami, forming the Big Three. The move shocked the world. It was a bold statement that LeBron was no longer content with being an individual star. He wanted to build a dynasty. Critics immediately slammed LeBron, accusing him of taking the easy way out. He was no longer the chosen one in Cleveland. He was part of a super team in Miami. In Miami, LeBron was no longer the sole leader. He was part of a dynamic trio that would dominate the NBA for the next 4 years. The Heat made 4 consecutive NBA Finals, winning 2 championships in 2012 and 2013. LeBron was now seen as a champion, but he still faced one glaring question: would he ever be considered one of the all-time greats like Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant? Throughout the 2000s and early 2010s, one rivalry dominated the headlines: LeBron James versus Kobe Bryant. The torch was passed from Kobe, the last great player to compete with Jordan's legacy, to LeBron, the heir apparent to the throne. For fans, this was the debate of a generation. Kobe's Lakers had a dynasty of their own, winning 2 championships in 2009 and 2010. Kobe, the embodiment of the Mamba mentality, was everything basketball fans loved about the game: competitive, relentless, and clutch. LeBron, on the other hand, brought a more versatile style combining scoring, passing, and leadership in ways never seen before. His rivalry with Kobe wasn't just on the court, it was also philosophical. LeBron was a family man, a businessman, and a global icon, while Kobe was the embodiment of singular focus and fierce competition. They met in the 2009 and 2010 NBA Finals. Kobe's Lakers won both. However, LeBron's time would come, and in 2016, he finally achieved what had eluded him, a championship with Cleveland. 2016, it was a year that would forever cement LeBron James' legacy in NBA history. After years of heartbreak, the Cleveland Cavaliers found themselves in the NBA Finals once again, this time facing the defending champion Golden State Warriors, who had set the NBA record for wins in a regular season with 73. LeBron was on a mission. Down 3-1 in the finals, he led the Cavaliers to 3 straight victories, including a historic Game 7 victory. With a jaw-dropping block on Andre Iguodala and a clutch three-pointer by Kyrie Irving, LeBron brought Cleveland its first-ever NBA championship. LeBron James had finally done it. He had delivered on his promise. Not only had he won a championship, but he had silenced the doubters, proving once and for all that he could carry a team to the ultimate prize. The comparisons to Jordan and Kobe were no longer just talk. LeBron had entered the conversation as one of the greatest players to ever play the game. But how does LeBron's legacy truly compare to the 2 greatest players who came before him, Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant? Jordan's impact on the game was undeniable. He redefined what it meant to be a global superstar. His 6 championships, 5 MVPs, and unmatched ability to perform in clutch moments cemented his place as the greatest of all time. LeBron, however, has redefined the position itself. He's a player who can play and dominate virtually every position on the floor. His basketball IQ, passing ability, and versatility have set him apart from others. LeBron has 5 MVPs, 4 championships, and an unparalleled consistency that has allowed him to remain at the top of his game for nearly 2 decades. Kobe, too, has etched his name into history. A 5-time NBA champion and 2-time Finals MVP, Kobe's Mamba mentality inspired a generation. His ability to score in virtually any way possible made him one of the most dynamic players to ever play the game. He might not have had the same all-around skill set as LeBron, but Kobe's relentlessness and drive have made him beloved by millions. Beyond stats, LeBron has also reshaped the role of the athlete in society. His efforts in social justice, philanthropy, and activism have set a new precedent for how athletes can use their platform for positive change. So, is LeBron James the next Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant? Perhaps, the better question is, how do we define greatness? LeBron has forged his own path, dominating the NBA, with his unique blend of skill, leadership, and impact on the culture. LeBron James is not just a player, he is a symbol of what hard work, perseverance, and vision can achieve. And as his career continues, one thing is clear: LeBron James has already cemented himself as one of the greatest to ever play the game. If you enjoyed this deep dive into LeBron's journey, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and tap the bell for more content that blends the facts with the deeper thinking that drives the legends of the game. This is Think, where we explore the stories behind the facts and challenge you to think critically about the greatest players in sports history. Thank you for watching, and as always, keep thinking, keep exploring, and stay tuned for more.